Hello, I'm Frank Caruso, producer of Oregonlife. I'm excited to bring you this episode today. I got to sit down and hang out with the mermaids. When I got to talk to Sophia, as you'll see in the interview, she described a moment in time when she was trying on her mermaid outfit for the first time and the joy she felt. I'll let her tell that story. But when she was telling it, it reminded me of being a 9-year-old boy in the attic of my home. And on top of my mother's sewing board was my developing equipment that I got secondhand, maybe third hand, fourth hand. Regardless of that, I had dropped a piece of paper in the developing solution, a photo that I took 3 weeks ago. And for the first time I saw it appear. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I saw it appear, and I was overwhelmed with such joy. Sophia, thank you so much for that memory. Enjoy the episode, everyone. It is phenomenal.
Sophia. My online persona is the Wisconsin Mermaid, and I like to dress up as a mermaid. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a mermaid. My sister and I would go down to Florida to visit our grandma, and we would play mermaids in the pool. And as growing up, I never really grew out of that phase. And then I saw online this most amazing mermaid, and she had this silicone tail with all these fins, and she was in the ocean and doing performances, and it was just amazing. And I said, I want to be like that. But you know, mermaiding is so expensive, and I was in college, I didn't have the money, so I decided to practice first. And my good friend Isabelle taught me how to really swim, and I practiced my dolphin kicks. Eventually I got a monofin, and I practiced dolphin kicks in the monofin, and then I got a tail, and the rest is history. So the components of this tail is the tail skin, first of all, which is the pretty part. Then bring it down, and then we have the monofin in here, which is what gives you that propulsion. And then we have the vinyl, which makes it floppy. It kind of gives it that shape. So that's it. That's the components of fabric mermaid tail. So for my first tail, I couldn't settle for anything less. I had to have a humongous fin folk tail. And when it finally came, I got it third hand online, and I put the tail on. It felt amazing. I literally cried because it felt so natural to me. And then the first time I swam with it was actually in the Florida Keys. And I didn't have a monofin at that point that would fit this tail. So I had to use 2 different scuba fins. And it worked, it just didn't work as well as the monofin. But since then, I never wanted to give it up, and I really don't think I will.
I'm Jamie Butler, and my persona or online name is jamiebeecreations. This is my mer sister. We met through mermaiding. Yeah.
And we also created an online group called the Wisconsin Mermaids, and it's grown to about 40 members now, all across the state. And our youngest member is, he's going to be 10 this year? Yep. Yeah, he's going to be 10 this year. And our oldest member, I'm not sure.
Maybe in the 40s?
Maybe in the 40s, 50s. Yeah, I would say. But yeah, our mission is to just bring everyone together and kind of celebrate being a mermaid, having fun, and making new friends.
So one of the unique things about mermaiding and our relationship is that we met during the pandemic. I reached out to Sophia when she created her Mersona online, the Wisconsin Mermaid, and was like, so where in Wisconsin are you? It turned out we were in the same city, and then we came to swim together and really have become best friends.
Yeah.
So what we really like to do together is kind of teach each other how to swim and do different techniques. I'm a plus size mermaid, so I have a bit of a harder time diving, and Sophia taught me to dive and really hold my breath well. And what did I teach you?
I don't know, Jamie really helps me with my stylized swimming. Like she says, oh, that looks really good, or maybe you should do this a little bit differently, and she helps me a lot with videotaping. She's an amazing videographer, especially underwater.
Something that I really brought me to enjoy and kind of drove me into mermaiding was just the magical aspect of it. You can literally be something that you're not every day. It's also a very welcoming and opening community to a lot of different sizes and types of people, races, colors, men and women, and the LGBT community is really big in it. So that's just something that like really drew me towards it, of just acceptance and friendship, and it's a really good workout. So one of the things that I really also enjoy about it is it's really taught me to get out of my shell and into my fins. I'm much more talkative. I'm normally an introverted person, but I've met so many people through mermaiding. It's also really encouraged me to like travel, try new things, do different things that I normally wouldn't have done before. I'm actually like, my biggest fear is drowning, so this is kind of something that I've overcome through mermaiding. Is just that I'm not really afraid of that anymore, and it's just such a good thing for the soul. Swimming is really good for you, and meeting people is good for you, and so not only is it a physically good activity, but it's also mentally healing.
So when my sister first found out I was doing this, her first reaction is, "That's a little weird, Isabelle." And about the next week, I took her to the pool with me because she wanted to just swim some laps. And she ended up trying on our tails and monofins and having an awesome time. And I would say she's now part of the group. I got into mermaiding because my friend Sophia got super into it. I didn't know she was intending to do this for about the last 5 years, but when she got her first tail and started swimming, I saw it and I was like, I need to do that immediately. I've always wanted to be a fish, and it is fulfilling my dreams. So as a child and through high school, I did competitive swim, and that's a lot of fun. I've always loved being in the water, but the difference with mermaiding is it's not so much of a competition, obviously. You get to really just get into your stroke and feel more at one with the water, and it's also a great social activity. I've found these amazing people I get to swim with every weekend. I really enjoy being in the water. It soothes the soul. Like I said, I've always wanted to be a fish, and this allows me to swim much faster than I can with just my 2 human legs. And it's great to feel that speed and power while I'm in the water.
Hi, my name is Ruby Schleif. I'm from Madison. I got into the Mermaid Pod. My boss, Jamie, at Exact Sciences got me into it. She mentioned that she does this on Sundays. So a couple of weeks ago, I joined her for the first time, and now this is my second time here. So when Jamie got me into this, I had seen some of her Instagram and some of her TikTok content that she had been posting. So I knew that this was a thing that she did, but I didn't know that there was a larger pod of Madison Mermaids that did this. So I got invited to a group chat a couple of weeks ago, and I've been slowly being introduced to the people that are in the Madison area. And yeah, it's been really great. I've met a lot of new people today even, so I'm having a good time. So the first time I put on a tail was a couple of weeks ago. I was a little scared having my feet kind of binded like that. I'm used to swimming with both of my feet and kicking like you do. So I was nervous at first, but after about half an hour in the water, it really gets a lot easier to get the motions and the movements down. So the first time I put on the tail, I got really excited. It was kind of like my little 8-year-old heart just shining through. I've wanted to be a mermaid forever. We used to practice playing mermaids in the pool with my siblings when we were younger. And so getting to actually do that for the first time and putting on a tail and getting to fulfill that was really exciting.
So there are mermaid competitions across the globe, especially in America. There's one competition that I want to enter someday, and it's called Miss Mermaid USA. And Miss Mermaid USA is all about helping the environment and the waterways and really bringing up other mermaids and other people in your community as well. In addition to that, it also challenges you physically and creativity. So I really hope to compete someday.